a single mentor presupposes a kind of linear development path. And as a junior high school dropout, I have no personal experience with linear path. And so I hear people have attended this thing called university. But in any case, what I'm trying to get to is that really in Taiwan, our new curriculum starting last year invites the children to set their own projects to solve structural problems by problem-based learning. And teachers, it could be institutional, it could be in the community college, it could be in the local like elderly learning groups and so on, indigenous language circles and so on. These are the different circles that this child, when they care, for example, about climate change, they can reach out to the various circles interested in that thing instead of relying on the textbook teaching them the truths and facts about climate science, which doesn't make sense unless you have a compelling motivation to understand and solve this problem, right? So the idea of a motivational, self-motivational learning is at the core of our new curriculum. And this is after decades of alternative experimental homeschooling, all sorts of different education experiments in Taiwan, which are legal, all of them, up to 10% of Taiwanese young people can choose their own curriculum free of the official one for the past decade or so. And after we learned from what worked and what didn't, we decided that this kind of autonomous joining the circles that tackle the same problem is the best way to free from individual to individual competition, which tend to dominate East Asian education thought. And once you get trapped into that linear growth, then of course you will have the first place, second place, third place as if on the same runner's track. But if you're attracted by a systemic problem that you seek to solve, then you basically choose your own course and you win at the starting point, I guess. And then you meet other people who are also kind of forming new constellations from all the different disciplines and all the different cultures in a transcultural way. And in this way, everybody you meet will kind of be in a very different culture. And they probably don't agree with each other about their worldviews and their algorithms. If they empower themselves with augmented reality or assistive intelligence, will probably have very different values. And then the child will be able then to form, in a sense, their own constellation. And so I think this is what the radical exchange idea of intersectional data really shines, in the sense of oneself. We define me as really just a bunch of hashtags. The more dimensions that I explore, of course, the more unique this combination is. But at the end, it's just a plurality of hashtags that I associate myself to, and therefore curate the kind of data that's useful to these different ideas or different values, but all the while remaining true to my own chosen combination of this constellation. And that's, I think, at the core of the data dignity idea.